This store earns $22,000 each month by selling mugs on a website called Etsy. There are many other stores like it too. Today, we're going to explore a special way of selling called print on demand, but with the help of artificial intelligence doing most of the work. It's like a simple way of selling mugs without having to keep any inventory. Many people use this business model, and usually it takes them at least a year to make their first $100,000. However, if they had used these AI tools from the beginning, they would have reached that goal much faster. In this video, I will show you different examples so you can see the numbers for yourself. I will explain the whole process and business model, and I will even start my own store right here in this video. I will guide you step by step through the easiest and simplest way to get started, even if you don't have any skills. Let me show you how amazing this can be and explain how it all works. Check out this listing on Etsy. It's a mug with a pretty flower design, and it's making almost $6,000 every month. The design is actually quite simple, but it's super effective. And we're using AI to create designs just like this one. Now, this same shop has other listings that are similar to this one. There's another mug with a design almost like this, and it's making $1,500 every month. And this listing that's making $700 every month, and the design is also very similar. With these three listings added up, that's a total of 1,389 mugs. But here's the thing. Imagine if they had to buy and keep all those mugs in stock, print the designs on them, and send them out to customers. That would be a huge task, right? Well, that's where print on demand comes in. It's kind of like traditional dropshipping, except instead of having to handle all of the inventory yourself, you work with a supplier like Printify. They provide you with white label products like t-shirts, pillows, socks, posters, and of course mugs. Printify connects easily with Etsy, which makes the whole process super easy. Your job is simply to choose a product from Printify's selection, upload any design you want to put on the mug, it could be a picture, some words, or even a design made by AI, and list the mug for sale in your Etsy shop with an even nicer mock-up. Once your listing is up in your Etsy store, it's time for the magic to happen. Etsy has more than 450 million people visiting every month, so when someone finds your shop and likes your mug design, they can order it right away. Printify will then receive the order and take care of everything for you. They'll print the design you uploaded onto the mug and ship it directly to your customer. You don't need a physical store, a fancy website, or even run any ads. It's one of the easiest businesses you can start. Let me show you some evidence to prove how well this really can work. There's a shop called Strictly Business Mugs on Etsy, and as you can guess, they mostly sell mugs. They've made over $800,000 just by selling mugs. And there's an even more impressive shop called Les Bleus, or Les Blues, and they've been on Etsy for a shorter time than Strictly Business Mugs, but they've managed to make around $1.32 million from selling mugs. If we take a look at some of their designs, you'll see that they're actually quite simple. For example, this definition mug generated over $7,000 in sales, and this mug that has made over $6,000 just from that one listing. But here's what's even more impressive. They earned that $1.32 million in revenue over the past 1,766 days. It might sound like a really long time, but when you break it down, it means they've been making an average of $747 every single day since they opened their account. That adds up to $22,423 each month. Now, is this clickbait? Or is this just a really solid, well-planned business? That's something you can decide for yourself. We've seen so many examples already, and now it's time to dive into the fun part, making the designs using AI. Okay, let's start with the very first step. You need to open a new Gmail account. This Gmail account can be the name of your business, so it's all organized and separate from your personal email. Then, go to the Etsy website and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. You'll see a button that says Sell on Etsy. Click on it, and then click on Open a Shop. Now, remember that business email address you just created? You'll use it to sign up for Etsy, which is completely free. Just go to the link provided below this video, and you'll get 40 free listings. Then use that same email address you just created, and follow the other link below this video to sign up for Printify. Once you're there, you'll want to connect your Etsy shop with Printify. Just click on Connect and log into both accounts. By doing this, all your products and orders will sync up and work together smoothly. This will make everything passive for you in the future. Now that we have that set up, which was actually quite easy, we can start designing our products using one of my favorite AI tools called Midjourney. You've probably already heard of it, but Midjourney is an AI that generates images. It's been around for some time now, and it's super cool. These images you see were created using just one simple line of text called a prompt. We're going to use Midjourney to create designs for our mugs. To get started with Midjourney, you'll need a free Discord account. Once you have your Discord account, go to the Midjourney website. At the bottom of the page, you'll see a button that says Join the Beta. Click on that button and it will connect you to the Midjourney server inside Discord. Unfortunately, you'll need to pay $10 per month to have access to Midjourney and have the full features and commercial rights to sell the images you create. But don't worry, if you'd like a free alternative to Midjourney that's basically just as good, head over to leonardo.ai. The sign-up process can be a little tricky, so click this video right here to learn how to sign up for a free account. So once you're in the Midjourney server, you can have your own private chat with the Midjourney bot. It's a special feature that allows you to focus on creating your own images without getting distracted by what others are making. To start your private chat, just right-click on the Midjourney bot and select Message. Now, to make our first image, look for the chat box at the bottom of the screen where it says Message. Click on it and type a / in the chat box. As soon as you do that, a pop-up will appear where you can click the Imagine option to begin creating your design. This is where you can type anything you want to describe the design you have in mind. Let's say we want to create a mug design similar to the sunflower mug that has made almost $6,000. It's actually super easy to do. In the prompt section, we'll type something like yellow sunflower painting on a white background. Make sure to mention the white background because it's important for the design. Then we'll hit enter and wait to see what the AI comes up with. Each time we run a prompt, it will generate 4 new images. These images are really cool and seem pretty usable. Right below the images, there are some new controls we can use. For example, there's a reroll button. If we click it, the AI will run the same prompt again and give us 4 brand new images. You can click this button over and over again to regenerate the prompt if you'd like. And let's say you see one image that's almost perfect but just needs a little tweak. That's when the variation buttons come in handy. By clicking the corresponding variation button, you'll get 4 more images that are similar to the one you liked. And once you find the image that looks really good, you can click the upscale button. This button will make the image larger. By using this simple template as a starting point, I tried out different prompts and got so many amazing images with white backgrounds that would be perfect for our mugs. Now, at this stage, if you find an image that looks good on a white background, you can upload it directly to a mug on Printify and get ready to sell it. But we can make our designs even better by tweaking the prompt a bit. To do this, type a / and click on the settings option. This will open up a special window where we can adjust the settings to make the AI more or less creative. You have control over the stylization level, which determines how much creativity the AI adds to the image. If you choose a low stylization level, the AI will stick closely to your prompt and create an image that matches it very literally. On the other hand, if you opt for a higher stylization level, the AI will add its own artistic flair and bring more of its own creativity to the design. When you use different levels of stylization on the same prompt, you can see that the resulting images are different and have varying amounts of fancy details and flair. The pictures on the left are what you would expect with less fancy stylization, while the ones on the right are more chaotic and fancy. But before you start creating many different graphics, there's one more thing you need to know if you want to sell mugs. It's about a special part of the prompt called parameters that come at the end. Parameters are important because they allow you to make the AI create specific types of images by adding certain instructions to the prompt. Let me give you an example to help you understand better. When we were making beautiful seamless patterns to sell, we used a special instruction at the end of the prompt, -- tile. This gives us a pattern that seamlessly repeats just like this one you see here. Now, there are many different instructions we can use, but one of the most important is adding -- AR for aspect ratio. This helps us decide if we want our image to be vertical or wide. Let me explain. If we type 9:16 after -- AR, we'll get a vertical image that fits nicely on individual items like a phone screen, since it takes up less space. On the other hand, if we want a wider image, we can type 16:9 after -- AR. This will give us a lot more items in our art because it uses up more space. But here's the really cool part. We can also enter our own aspect ratio. So what if we want an image that perfectly fits the total print area of a mug? Well, we can do that too. All we have to do is start with -- AR, then add a space, and then type 293:151 at the end of the prompt. This will generate a super wide image that happens to be the exact size we need to fill the total print area of a mug. By using this exact method, let me share with you some of the things I've created. First, I tried a design with a French bulldog, and while it was a bit challenging to achieve the exact same style, I still managed to get several good results. Next, I decided to make a design with a sunflower, and honestly, it's it's probably my favorite. I think these turned out really well and would be loved by many. Then, I attempted to imitate this design with pressed flowers, which sold incredibly well. This one mug earned more than $40,000. I also got some similar results that I believe, with the right presentation, would sell like crazy too. But now, let's talk about how we can turn these images into money. Here's how we do it. Once you've made an image bigger and you're happy with it, you can simply right-click on the image and save it to your computer. Now, with the image you saved, as long as it's on a completely white background, you can upload it directly to a white mug on a platform like Printify, where it's all set and ready to be sold. Take a look at how perfectly the design fits on the mug in the mockups on Printify. If you were to put the same design on a smaller mug, all you have to do is move it down a little bit, and it actually looks even better. Since we're generating images that are already the right size, we're all set to publish them on our Etsy shop. I've uploaded this design as a second example so you can see how it's applied. Even in its current form, it could probably sell pretty well. However, we can use more AI tools to create even more variations and better designs, which will help us get even more sales. By using another amazing AI tool I love called ChatGPT, I can ask for a list of funny puns and sayings that are free of trademarks. I can use these ideas to put them on my mug with the sunflower design and sell them on my online store. This tool is completely free and it gives me so many suggestions for sayings that I can add to my mugs. Once we choose a saying, we need to make sure those sayings are safe by using tests to check if the sayings ChatGPT gave us are not already trademarked. Once we find a saying we like and make sure it's okay to use, we can go to Printify. There, we can add a text layer right below our design and type in the chosen saying. If Printify doesn't have the font we want, no need to worry. I have plenty of videos where I show how to edit text layers with graphics on Figma and Canva. You can check out my other videos and find the perfect font for your design. So we've gone from having nothing to having a product that's ready to be listed for sale, all thanks to AI. You can see how this method allows us to create many fantastic designs with very little effort. And remember, you only need one design to become popular and do really well. In the listing section, I'm going to click on one of the listings to quickly edit it so you can see how fast and easy it can be done. We'll start with the images. Here's a tip. I've found that using the default Printify mockups or Placeit mockups doesn't work well for creating successful listings. The best option is to go to Etsy and search for mug mockups that have already proven to work. You can purchase those mockups and use them in your shop, but if you're looking for a free alternative, I recommend a website called rawpixel.com. When you visit rawpixel.com, you can search for mug mockups and make sure to filter the results to show only the free ones. Once you find a mockup that you like and think would work really well, you can download the file. Now, to edit it, you'll need to go to a website called Photopea. It's a free alternative to Photoshop. In Photopea, you can drag and drop the file you just downloaded that ends in .psd. Now here's how to edit it. We just need to find the right spot where we're supposed to place our design. Now on the right side of the screen, you'll see a layer labeled Your Design Here or something similar. What we want to do is double click the icon on the left side of the title. In this window, I can literally drag and drop my artwork into the space provided. I can move it around and position it exactly how I want to fill the area. When I'm done, I simply press Command S on my keyboard to save it. Then I can close the window and the mockup will update with my design in place. From here, it's time to save the image to my computer by going to File and choosing Export. Now that I have the image saved, I can go back to my listing and upload it. I'll choose this image as the first picture for the listing. So the title and tags we use have a big impact on search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO, which helps people find our listing more easily. To come up with the best title for your listing, you can start by searching for similar products on Etsy. Look for products that appear on the first page of search results. When you find one you like, open it and pay attention to the keywords they use in their title. You can use these keywords to create your own title. Now scroll all the way down to the bottom of that successful listing you found. You'll see some bubbles there. Each bubble represents a tag. We want to fill out our own listing with tags that are similar to the ones used in that successful listing. By doing this, we increase our chances of getting our listing to appear in search results without having to pay for ads. Remember, with this method, it's usually a good idea to post more listings. By having more listings, you increase the chances of your products being seen by more people. Before we continue, there are a couple of things I want to talk about. Sometimes when you're creating mockups, you might come across a situation where you're working with a design that only shows one side of the mug. In that case, when you go to the Edit the Design layer, you'll need to make it bigger and move it to the side so that the correct side of the mug is showing. This way, when you save and the mockup updates, the design will be on the correct side of the mug. Now, let's talk about single graphic images. If your graphic has a white background, you don't have to remove it. But if the background isn't white or you want to sell the graphic on a black mug, for example, you can remove the background. There's a website I'll leave in the description where you can easily do this. All you have to do is upload your file and the website will do a great job of removing the background for you. You get 3 free removals as a demo on that website, but since you don't even need an account to use it, you can open a new incognito or private tab on your browser and get 3 more demo uses. So in a way, it's like having unlimited free uses of the website. Now let's talk about the business model we've been discussing. Usually, without using AI, it takes people a long time, maybe months or even years, to earn their first 100K. It's not an easy path and it requires working really long hours to achieve such results. That's why I encourage you to subscribe and explore all the free resources I've provided below. These resources can help you succeed on your own journey. I want to give a big shout out to Printify for sponsoring this video. I'm thrilled that I can support you in finding success on their platform too. When you sign up using the link I've shared below, it helps me continue creating free content like this for you, and I truly appreciate it. I hope the information I've shared has been helpful to you. Until next time. Now click this video here to learn how to create passive income with ChatGPT and Leonardo.ai.